Welcome back. Shiloh here, and this is the Virtuoso Takeover with my special guest, Miss Kitty Amor. Do you want to say hello?
Was that my cue to say hello?
Yeah.
Hi, Shiloh.
I've been dying to get you on this show. And I've been waiting a long
You've said that like 3 times. That's how I know it's true.
Man, I've been serious. So, for those of you who don't know who Kitty Amor is, would you like to tell everybody who what you do?
Yes, I'm Kitty Amor. I hate talking about myself. Been a DJ in the game for 10 years now, playing Afro house and deep house. Run a night called Motherland and a sister night as well called Sessions with special guests, depends on who it is. Also label manager for DM.Recordings, and yeah, just that girl.
So you said that you were the label manager for DM.Recordings. How did that come about?
Yeah, so that came about meeting D and Johnny Miller in Southport Weekender. This is 2000 and I want to say probably 8-9 or so, and yeah, met them, great guys, and I kind of built a relationship on music with D anyway. Was a mega fan of D anyway.
When she says D, she's talking about
D-Malice. Sorry, D-Malice, yes. So through our relationship anyway, he kind of just said like he does need help with the label. It is just him on his own. It's a baby at that point, and he just wants to grow it and hopefully work with him and doing that. So yeah, just stepped in and took that label manager role.
I have to ask, like, for me, I'm South African, and a lot of people are surprised by the fact that I don't naturally gravitate towards Afro house.
Yeah.
What was it about Afro house, deep house, that resonated with you for you to take that path? Because house has a lot of genres.
Yeah, of course. So growing up, Afro was like my household. I'm half Ghanaian, half Nigerian. My dad, he was a sound engineer, specialising in Afro jazz. So in terms of the 4/4 and that kind of melodic rhythm with the drums, and I've always been surrounded by that. But growing up in London, you need something a bit faster. Yeah. So hearing Afro house, it kind of just resonated with me and made sense. It felt like home, because soulful house and deep house, I've always listened to it. Garage, I was growing up playing it. Yeah. But in terms of really getting my culture and the speed that I'm looking for to meet London speed, yeah. Afro house kind of just was that thing. So never left it since. And is it just you, D-Malice and Seth Combo that do Motherland events? That's right, yeah.
So how did that even come about?
Yeah, so Motherland actually was meant to be a one-time only event. Right. Johnny Miller, he was doing 6-hour long sets the summer of 2016, yeah. And he wanted me and D to be his guest DJs. Mm-hmm. So we came doing just that one event, and the event was so great that we was like, Johnny, it can't be one time only. Yeah. So we did a series of parties thereafter, and Johnny then moved on, got married and did family life and whatever. Yeah. So he then handed it over to me, and honestly that was probably the most frightening conversation I've ever had, because I thought, I can't hold up an event in London. Now's not the time. Right. I did events in Nottingham, but in London was just like, there's too many people in the game, I'm not too sure. With great support around me and Johnny really believing me, he was like, now is your time and you need to take this on, otherwise it's gone completely, because I haven't got the time to do it anymore. Yeah. So I took it on, and October 2017 is when I picked up the phone and said, Seth, you need to fill in this missing gap. Because Seth had me on for till 2, coming back from London, coming back from Nottingham to London. And I've always said I need to find a way to repay Seth for what he did for me, because I was a baby in the game, and he had such a reputable label or event at that time that I was just like, come on, like, are you sure it's me, Seth? Are you sure? So knowing what that did for me so far back then, I just wanted to repay the favour. And when Seth didn't hesitate on taking me like that position, then it's worked ever since. So Seth Combo, Kitty Amor and D-Malice.
And I saw you've just come back from South Africa.
Yes.
As a Londoner in South Africa, how did they receive you and your sound?
Honestly, I'm gobsmacked. Like, I was petrified in terms of how they will receive me.
Yeah.
Yes, I am African, but I do not talk with an African accent. So being a Londoner going to South Africa, I thought, I'm not too sure how I'll be received. But in terms of my sound, these people, they love music regardless of your race, sex, whatever. Like, they love music. So in terms of how we were received, we were fully embraced. Anywhere we were playing, there was a pool of like fans that would follow us to any of our events, regardless of where it was. And that's like, we grew a family out there just from gigging at certain places, and it was beautiful. And we still stay in contact with these people now. So South Africa, definitely my second home. It's your first, so go home.
I have a feeling I'll get there again eventually. Jeez. So what's next for you?
What's next? 2020. Continuing with the events, just looking to grow sessions in terms of have big artists come and join us. We finished last year with the Capo, so we really want to continue in that strides with that event. Production, yes, Kitty Amor will hopefully have her first release this year.
I need to get on that myself.
So yeah, production's getting my focus, and mainly just collaborating outside of our scene. I'm really trying to tap into different markets and bring it back home to our scene. So yeah.
Okay. Well, you can catch Kitty tonight at Siesta. You're in the loft?
No, I'm in the baby box.
Oh, in the baby box with MA1,
Perempe and
Seth Combo.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it. And
thank you.
Step up. Kitty Amor's coming up next for a guest mix.